are ready. The players are ready. And it's Tungsten Time!
To a certain Phil Taylor who's in this tournament at some point against Colin McGarry.
Yeah, still the favourite with the odds compilers. We'll touch more on that in a moment.
51.
There are many that don't agree.
91.
But Terry Jenkins certainly the favourite to wrap up this first set. And now he wants tops for a nice 91 check out.
On the first set.
And that is
Terry Jenkins.
first blood to the ball. Well, this is a heavyweight clash in the first round. You look at some of the fixtures, you've got players who are not really expected to go deep in the tournament going up against each other. A few that we expect to be one-sided as well. As Mason opens the 180 account for the tournament, and this has just completely turned, hasn't it? It's like the players have swapped throwing arms.
All because of that missed single for me on that single 8 for Terry. If he'd have got a single 8, he might have got this set done by now, but double 10 is for the set, and Mason has won the set. Wonderfully done, turns things around, and instead of being flummoxed
He can just hold his throw here. 95, 83, 99. It's a treble per turn, but now he's found 2. Now he's found 3.
You have fans hoisting the 180 signs, which are in the shape of a flight.
80.
Too big to use, I might add. But it's 44 for Jenkins. He's looking for Motown. 4 tops. And that gives him set 3.
He's looking handy here. Chance to break the throw, but now he's going to have to try and rescue the shot. Treble 17. Leaves the ball. Oh, what a shot. What a shot from Chris Mason. He's looking handy here. Chance to break the throw, but now he's going to have to try and rescue the shot. Treble 17. Leaves the ball. Oh, what a shot. What a shot from Chris Mason.
But because Jenkins is not on a finish, he didn't need to go the 19s route.
40.
But you sense this leg is far from done.
He might have to beat a third
60.
bull
86.
of the set for Chris Mason. Another 18 would leave it. As he would say, the button.
61.
This time he can't push it.
116.
It could be the panic button if this goes, but it won't. Treble 5 would have left a finish. Single 5 does not. That'll do.
25.
And this has to do. Can he do it? He wins set 4, and we're going the distance. And his partner Charlotte is looking very nervous.
Not to beat. So now he's relying on Terry Jenkins
100.
missing.
52.
And he seldom missed double top in this game. 2 at it. And it is joy for Jenkins, who wins a marvellous match with Mason in the opener here at the World Senior Darts Championship. He wins it 3-2. Mason leaves on debut. Jenkins
out, and he has a 2-darter to take the first set all the way.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from Fitton, the dazzler. Dazzling darts, leaving 92, but Les Wallace
92.
8 out of this leg yet.
Bobby George was saying a little bit earlier, wasn't he, that Darrell's always been a good scorer, but he has faltered on the doubles at times. This is for Les to win the first set. He's got 1 darter tops for it. And he wins the set in clean style.
Les Wallace.
Fitton's got problems. And that's a number that no dart player likes, apart from that spot there. You can't finish 159, but it can be one of the best setup shots in 501.
100. WK24.
So, double 12 for parity. Oh, he's really pulled that. Double 6. He finds
shot in
it.
the second set.
Fitton levels up. Wallace won the opening set, and he's played some very decent stuff here. But it's all square between him and Daryl Fitton.
Where you can't miss big numbers. There's one of them. There's another. Double top for the set.
26.
Just a little too safe.
32.
And I think that dart is based on his last effort for the set being quite short.
Yeah, that's now 3 darts missed to win this set. 2 to win it 3-0, 1 to win it 3-2. And Fitton comes back looking at double 16. It's a long way off, but he has double 8 in his sights. And now he has victory in his sights because Fitton has turned this match around.
Full set for Yukar 142.
At the 120 plus range, even 150 plus.
Yeah, certainly of this ilk. Can Wallace channel his Wolfie? Oh, that is absolutely spectacular.
Les Wallace.
A fabulous 1-4-2
The
check
result
out.
is reversed. Game on.
Interesting play, and he may stay there now. And the treble would have left double 10. 56 left.
88.
And left on tops for the set. Daryl halves the score.
40.
But the set's destiny is no longer in his hands. This could be a bumper. Didn't use it. But the double 10 gives him set.
Treble 19. He's going for double 19.
57.
It was
Yukar
a
58.
bold play, but probably the right one. He's Fitton about to get the right outcome for him. Tops for the match. McDanger averted. Fitton is through. A grueling battle for Daryl Fitton, the Dazzler, who gets past Les Wallace.
Stuff at the Motor Super Series in the last 6 months as well.
Well, that would have been a very decent start.
102. Richie Rakai, 156.
No doubt that Howson is more than capable. More than capable.
Just ran out of room there, really.
100.
If that first dart
David
was
Rakai, 59.
2 millimetres lower, that second dart was in. Double top. And this is going to be a slightly quicker game than the previous one, and I'm not talking about the duration.
Second leg is
well, this will be a hoot.
151.
By overseas representative, I meant outside of Europe, before I get tweeted. So it will be 98 for Cameron.
57. David Rakai, 98.
Some people look at this as a 3-figure out, and they go for the single after getting the 60. But it could be a 3-figure out for Cameron, who banks the first set with a 98 checkout.
David Cameron.
Wonderful set from David.
Richie Rakai, 160.
Well, he's played at such a high level that there's always a danger of it slipping at some point. And Howson here could get ahead. This would be a break and throw. And that is a fine finish from Howson, who all of a sudden could find himself, despite the barrage of brilliance that's been thrown at him by Cameron. Huge exchange coming up here. Cameron could not hit a treble 20 at the start of the leg. Threatens
100.
to take out the 140. But Howson will have 2 darts at double to level the match. And he will be breathing a huge sigh of relief because he was caught in the crossfire of a quality Cameron in the opening couple of sets in that match. But after
maybe 5 points tops, because if your range is something like 20
60.
or even a little bit more,
Richie
you may win a
12.
set, but you're definitely going to lose one too.
Game
He has lost a set because now
Richie
Howson takes the lead.
Full set, first leg. It's David to throw first. Game on.
Got a fair
Hit the
26.
bullseye that hasn't been hit yet. Nice fresh target. But now it's Howson to save the set.
56.
And he can't.
David to require 25.
Up to double 10.
Game shot on the
Gets
full
it.
set.
And
David Cameron.
forces.
20.
And Cameron is in for the break of throw, which he needs.
If you cast your mind back to that Lakeside, despite winning that Masters, there were matches where he kept missing this double. It
No
is his
score.
go-to. He does have an awful lot of trouble on it at times.
Richie
And now for
require
the first
8.
time really in this match, we're seeing both players struggling to cross the line in a leg.
David Cameron doesn't want to be at number 10. One more left for the Owl.
Game
he's
shot
in.
on the first leg.
For a
Richie
very,
Howson.
very fortunate.
Match, but Howson dug in, dug deep, stood firm. But he squandered a
David to
handful
require
of
81.
match-winning opportunities. 4 darts.
Double 12. This must go in. And it doesn't.
69.
Doubles have cost him.
Richie require
Now
8.
doubles might send Cameron out.
Game shot.
And it is the
And
Owl
the match.
who
Richie
advances
Howson.
in a brilliant battle at the Circus Tavern. Once again, the hometown hero gets the crowd on their feet, and it is
Bull. But you'll see a lot of traditional thinking here this week.
97.
Can Larry Butler take
Mario Kart
140?
140.
100 more than he took to win that 94 match play for the title. Double 10! And he slings it in the double 10 to find the first set. A wonderful kill from the Eagle.
First. Game on.
In a goal. One set all at the break again.
possibly, and you saw with that brilliant 171. The corkscrew at the
165.
other end of the point. What a response from Larry Butler. That's a grip, isn't it? But it's Butler who's got a grip on the game. That response means the question you just asked, the answer
58.
is probably no.
Mario Kart 40.
And it should be no, because on doubles he's been lethal. The adjustment is brilliant, and Lethal Larry takes a 2-0 lead. He's timing everything to perfection, and the Eagle may be soaring into round 2 if he gets one more set from a possible 3. It's Butler 2, Darren Johnson 0.
16s and 8s next to each other, doesn't matter which one he hits. Now he needs to hit 16 or 20, because 20 leaves 36.
28. Mario Kart 40.
Surely this time for Darren. How was he on 10s?
Game shot
A lot better than Cameron, and it gives him set 3. Game very much
Full
back
set
on
first
now. Well, that dart went in the board in the right segment, but it's hanging on. What a visit.
168.
Incredible.
Mario Kart 145.
It's like a white horse visit in soft tip darts, this one, but this one could have been a real gem.
85. Mario Kart 24.
This to move to the brink.
Game
And it
shot
goes
the
in,
fourth flag.
and Larry Butler looking round, and to set up a potential showdown with the 16-time world champion
No score.
Phil Taylor, but he's found double 16.
Mario Kart 57.
He needed double 8.
What a let-off that is for DJ. And he takes
Game
full
shot
advantage
the
of it as
fourth
well.
flag. Darren
And he takes us
Johnson.
into another set in this afternoon. Well,
That is tricky. Can he find a way?
10. Mario Kart 32.
Well, we've seen every single game go into a deciding set. We might now see a tie break.
Game shown the fourth leg, Larry Butler.
We will see a tie
Ladies
break.
and gentlemen, as the match has now reached 2 sets all, 2 legs all in the final set. The match must now be won by 2 clear legs. Should the match gets to 5 legs all, the 11th leg will be a sudden death decider.
Paul Hinks, the referee,
Larry to throw first.
explaining to the audience.
Get some hours in the engine. I just wonder if these guys have been doing the same. He doesn't have to go bull.
92.
Sensible play. He just won't go away, this guy. Every time he's in this position, he finds a 2 or 3 treble visit.
It really has been a pest, hasn't he? Now can Johnson get back in control? Double 8.
Game shot the 7th leg. Kevin Johnson.
And he looks at an incredible way to win it. It's not going to happen. I'm not sure he would have gone for it, but he would have been tempted.
105.
He's more than halfway there. And now, he's got the luxury, by the looks of it, of going treble 11 if he wants.
87.
Doesn't have to go
Daniel
25.
Carr, 65.
The choice is yours. It is 25. It's tops to finally cross the line. And Darren does it. Johnson defeats Larry Butler in a marathon of a match to end a marathon session to open the 2023 World Seniors Darts Championship. Jenkins Painter in position to level the match.
68. Kevin, you require 160.
Got a couple of visits to clean this up, but 16, give him a dart at tops to do it here and now.
Game shot the second leg.
Something
Kevin Painter.
of a settler for the artist who just struts back down of the display. Hasn't been convincing on the outer ring at the start of this one.
18.
The double troubles go on.
If he is tinkering with flights, maybe the reason for it is because he's gone from standard looking shape to pear shape to kite.
64.
And he's used slims as well.
Kevin, you require 18.
He's going to split this one as well. He's fortunate he's not on double 6.
Game
But he
shot
does
the
have a
first
1 set lead.
set. Kevin Painter.
Possibly by a margin.
Champion.
Correct. Absolutely. Great first start from Kevin. Double top for a real humdinger.
122.
Well, it would have been somewhat ironic, wouldn't it, of Kevin Painter, who's had to have a handful of darts at
81.
most doubles at the
Kevin,
end of
you
legs in this
require
match
20.
to go out on 1-4-2 for the second set.
Game
But he
shot
goes
the
out on
second
double
set.
10,
Kevin
and so
Painter.
far the artist is brushing Baxter aside. Painter leads by 2 sets to
Toast.
Kevin, you require 25.
double 8 then.
Nine.
Not yet. The rocket
Ronnie, you require 32.
still has a chance. And in set play, you just never know.
Doesn't like that.
No score.
Just couldn't find it. Maybe his flights were kinking to
Kevin,
the
you
right and
require
covering the bed.
16.
But Painter comes back
Game
and wins
shot.
it in straight
And match.
sets.
Kevin
It's the first
Painter.
game of today that has not gone the distance. And in the battle of the former England teammates, it is Painter who is too strong once again in their Everybody has their own destiny in their own hands.
Well, Harver has this match in the palm of his hand right now. He's going to go for the showstopper here. Treble 17 would have left the bullseye.
They are beautiful
137.
darts. Really well pitched. Guliver not using as much in the way of
81.
gold these days. Like her
Dennis
nickname,
24.
Golden Girl. She's had some very resplendent dart shirts in her time and some very glittering flights, but it looks like she may be losing set number 1-0. Well, it doesn't have to go for this double three. But does, and takes the first set by 3 legs to 0. Very, very...
With the first start and found it. It would have been a single 18 to leave double top, so an outer ring double rather than the smallest target on the board.
This is an outer ring shot. And almost found as well. So Trina comes back for double 15. For her first leg of the contest. There it is, for the Golden Girl.
Not only that, it's a breaker throw, so she may well.
Means that she can't go out, and Harver on tops. Well, that's just ironic, isn't it? You got 168. If it was 170, she would have had a shot at the ball. But it's tops for Harver, and a 2-0 lead at the break.
He's looked pretty handy. He's been there or thereabouts on these double attempts. And that one is there. And Dennis Harver is almost there. He is a set away from progressing to the second. It would be a way to win it. Treble 15. He's not going to take out the big finish, but the way he has been finishing in this game, you'd back him to get the job done when he returns.
Absolutely. Trina has put up a really good fight here. She's lifted her game from set 1, but ultimately you have to say that Harver has been the better player. And it was that word that you used, Murph, workmanlike.
It really has been plain sailing.
Game shot on the match.
Who gets the better of Guliver and sets up a battle with Kevin Tate.
Gentleman from Peterborough in England. He's a 3 times back-to-back world master, a 3 times lakeside world champion. It's Wolfie Martin Allen.
One left.
20.
He may be wounded in a minute.
Danger requires
if
76.
Prince, the Badger, can gobble this one up.
$16 and tops for the Badger to break in the all-important 5th leg of set 1.
56. Martin, you require
Chance
20.
goes begging, and Adams returns to take the set.
Game
He
shot
hits
on the
double
first
10 this
set.
time.
Martin
It may not have been
Adams.
a vintage set, but it is one that gets the first.
First leg is
How-
Adams can pull out a perler here. Another. There's an ocean of space in that treble. Double 18.
138.
Almost punished Prince.
Felt like
Danger
2022
required
again.
10.
I'm sure that was one of the shots that he took out. Is this one taken out? He was
Game shot on
gradually
the
getting
second
there,
set.
going a little bit more
Prince.
left and a little bit lower as well. And after 2 sets, we have a level game. So this one's not going to be 3-0, and it'll take, because I'm sure he's been doing a bit of practice with Stumpy. Double 12 would see Adams 2-1 up in sets.
73. Danger required
This is a big ask
141.
considering the level that Prince has brought to set 3. This is the first set of this match that maybe Adams
96.
fully
Martin
deserves.
required 24.
He did pinch set 1, wasn't really in set 2, but he has won set 3 to 0.
Martin Adams.
It's a very fair
Full
reflection.
set first leg. It's
When he comes back.
That's about as rosy as we can make it. As far as Prince is concerned,
50.
he does well to get to a finish.
100.
Yeah, had to make use of the middle of the board there. Told you that 41 was a good set on Sean Paul.
Martin Adams.
Let's face it, you know what again tonight. If he doesn't, Adams should get a match dart. Don't miss, Dave. Don't miss the single.
31.
And now, opportunity knocks
Martin
for
requires
Wolfie
76.
to get this done in the shortest amount of time possible for the game that he's played.
He gets the big number. And he gets the double. Martin Adams advances at the Circus Tavern. Runner-up in the first ever World Seniors Darts Championship.
It's good for Manley. He's giving it the full Ruby John Rodriguez.
And I think someone got a little excited in the crowd, and Manley's turned around and told him to calm down.
What a little 40.
He's not even from Liverpool.
Got 28.
He lives in Cumbria now.
He's here to enjoy himself, isn't he?
Mitchell can be aggressive on this shot.
21. Visual car
He wanted
56.
rid of that leg. He didn't want to give Manley a shot.
He's got a shot, and has he now succeeded in starting to distract Scott Mitchell?
He's on the second leg. Peter Manley.
All square. One dart, and then it's one dart. And he's actually laughing in Mitchell's face. Day, particularly this afternoon's matches, all of them very, very close. As Mitchell looks to fill it up, and does. Picture perfect. 180.
Really well done by Scott. We're getting such a really
45.
detailed
Toyota
picture
81.
of the equipment used by these players when they get 180s like that. And it may well be one set to love in the next visit.
41.
We are talking about a very tall guy here in Scott who loves to leave the double at the top of the board. It is the double
60.
that he was masterful at when he won that Lakeside Championship, and has been just as good ever since.
And it's a double that gives him the first set against Peter Manley.
Bulbous darts. He showed that there was more than one way to get things done, and he did get that Las Vegas Desert Classic win back in 2003.
140.
And should he have had more? Possibly.
Well, this is a great leg of darts from Scott Mitchell. It included a score of 45, but after a dozen,
81.
he's on double 18
Scott
to
O'Connor,
double his
36.
lead in sets, and to maybe go backstage and have a cup of tea and a natter with Paul
He's on the
Hinks
second
and Peter
set.
Manley.
Scott Mitchell.
As the conversation continues between Peter Manley and the officials to at least extend the encounter a little longer.
If he doesn't hit that 161, I'm starting to fear for his chances. That was a great pick-off at the bullseye on dart 3. And the 161 might go for the bullseye! Oh! Vintage Manley! Finishing the day by a mile!
Stop it, Peter. Stop it. But everybody school of thought on finishers, where Scott Mitchell is ultra old-fashioned in that department.
Very much so. But he will get his first match dart, a double top.
62.
He will require another visit, but at least he's guaranteed it.
Peter Manley, who has produced the moment of day one
28.
here at the Circus Tavern for this year's World Seniors Darts Championship, may well be about to bow out. And Scott Mitchell can take a bow. His first step towards a potential title at another iconic arena has been taken. Mitchell masters Manley by 3 sets to 0. Final word will go to Scotty Dog, who's about to have a chat with Helen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Manley! up, Scott. Tidying up. Tidying up for us. Did anybody warn you about playing Peter Manley?
No, but the last 4.5 hours in that practice room probably warned me. If anybody's ever played that man, they'll understand that he talks to you without talking to you. Every time you hit a treble 20 in that back room in the last 4.5 hours, I knew about it. But at the end of the day, he's been a dear friend for a long, long time, and that makes it more difficult. I'd much rather play somebody I didn't like, and I know most of the darting fans worry about Peter, and we've seen him here do it with Adrian Lewis, but yeah, he tried to do it again with me. He nearly convinced me that it wasn't my throw.
Okay, can you talk us through this? Because from where I was, I thought it was you saying, no, it's not my throw, but he convinced us.
He convinced me it wasn't my bloody throw. Sorry, everybody, sorry.
It's past the watershed, we'll let that one go. But if you are offended, sorry. That was quite a bizarre situation, because you started looking around the room. You started looking to your family that were all saying, it is your throw.
I started looking to him going, have I got this wrong again? No,
you kept saying, I've won the ball. Did you still think you were in the first set?
Yes, I thought I just won the first set. Because Peter told me I just won the first set. It's the whole clash of the salmon and the fuchsia pink. It's been a big thing upstairs. He's always worn salmon, I've always worn fuchsia. So there shouldn't be an issue. But there has been for the last 4.5 hours upstairs.
Well, you're still in. Look, Scott, I have to say, welcome to the Circus Tavern. Welcome to this stage.
It's the first game I've ever won here, and I can't believe it took Peter Manley to let me win one. But yeah, it's a great thing. This is amazing, and thanks to all for coming out on a Thursday night. It's a school night. You're all having a few beers. Thank you very much for coming out to see us. We're just enjoying life here. It's great. It's a totally different atmosphere of where I've been. So yeah.
And I knew that you would enter this tournament because you watched it last year and said, well, I'd be there if I didn't have my tour card. So I knew you were going to be here.
I was tweeting you about all sorts of things that was going on. We've been mates for years. So yeah.
Here we are doing the thing.
Here we are, yeah, it's good.
Look, you've come into this tournament second favourite because your form hasn't gone unnoticed by the bookies. Do you ever feel the pressure when you find stuff out like that?
Yes, when Peter's upstairs going, I probably won't even win a leg, Scotty. And he won 1-6-1. How rude!
Yeah, that was brilliant. You appreciated that, though.
Yeah, but I thought I was going to do him good and proper. Where did that come from?
You were lining up for your last 3 darts, and then he nailed the 1-6-1. But look, we loved it. It was great entertainment for us. You're through to the next round because you're famous for hating first rounds because you can be on your way home.
Yeah, I usually like going back feeding the cows the next morning, but today it's not going to happen. So my little boy Sam's at home. He's got to do it tomorrow now, and I'll be back Saturday.
That's it. And on you go, ladies and gentlemen. He's brilliant, Scott Mitchell. Welcome to the senior.
School of thought on finishers, where Scott Mitchell is ultra old-fashioned in that department.
Very much so. But he will get his first match dart, a double top.
62.
He will require another visit. But at least he's guaranteed it.
Peter Manley, who has produced the moment of day one
28.
here at the Circus Tavern for this year's World Seniors Darts Championship, may well be about to bow
Game,
out.
shot,
And Scott Mitchell can take about his first step towards a potential title at another iconic arena has been taken. Mitchell masters Manley by 3 sets to 0.